Hey guys, it's been raining for 4 or 5 days straight, something like that, and finally get to get out of the house, see some sun. Kids finally get to play. Been cooped up in the house, driving us crazy. It feels good to be out. But today we're gonna be potting that maple that I dug up like a week ago or something like that. I'm gonna be planting it in peat moss. When I dug it up, the roots really were not ideal. There wasn't as many roots as I'd hoped that there would be, but I'm gonna plant it in peat moss because it's really good at holding moisture. Hopefully get some of those roots to develop back. When you do it, you just wanna make sure that you get all your substrate, whatever substrate you're using, in all the little cracks. Use a chopstick, paintbrush, end of a paintbrush, a pencil, something like that. Get everything where it needs to go. Be careful, the roots are very fragile. You don't want to be slamming stuff in there because it could potentially mess up the roots. But I wanted to show you guys this tree that I found in the woods the other day. Look at this bad boy. Look at this guy. I wonder what the root system looks like. She's pretty cool. I don't think I have a pot big enough for that, but we'll see. Maybe in a few years. But I don't know. I don't even know what this plant is. Does anybody know what this is? I've got a whole bunch of them all around my yard. I would love to know what they are. The new growth usually has purple tips when they first come out. Yeah, does anybody know what this thing is? Because it's gorgeous. I don't know. Let's get on to the video. And make sure you like and subscribe. So this is where I collect all my moss. Stuff just grows everywhere around here. Just dig it up out of the ground with a butter knife. If you look, right here, huge patch. You can literally just go underneath it and cut it out. And it'll leave you with nice big patch of moss. Beautiful stuff. So I'll just keep doing this until I have enough for my pot. So since we're collecting this from the wild, it's gonna be pretty dirty. Might be nasty bugs and critters and all kinds of stuff in there. So what I do is literally rinse it all off. Get it real good. Try to get all the little nastiness out, all the specks of dirt and bark and all that stuff. And what I also want to do is make sure that I'm getting it real thin, just enough to where the roots grab a hold, or the moss grabs a hold of the substrate. So I'm going to clean out all this moss and then we're going to put it on the pot. Alright guys, so now I've got all my moss cleaned, everything's all ready to go. Everything's compacted in here very nice. Looking good. I'm gonna wet my soil. There's a lot of substrate in this, just because I couldn't save all the roots that I wanted to. So I put it in a larger pot just so it's got some room to expand over the next year. But what I'm going to do after I get this nice and soaked is literally just take my moss, place it in here nice and gently, kind of push it down a little bit. Make sure I get it in there nice and tight. The moss will attach to the substrate over time. So you don't have to worry about it too much, just kind of got to set it there. Just make sure it's nice and even. And you've covered everything. Give it a little pat and smush it down. You can rip this stuff, obviously. It's filling all the little cracks you can't get with the large pieces. And I really want to cover this so it looks as natural as possible without having to having the moss to actually grow to cover everything. And we're just about done. I already soaked this when I washed it, so I'm not too concerned about getting it wet. It's still fairly wet, even though it was sitting in the sun for a minute. And what I'll do is take my scissors and cut away this moss on the edge that's overhanging. Tidy everything up, make it look nice and pretty. I don't know why I love this tree so much. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it, but I found it, uncovered all the grass around it, dug it up, and I just fell in love with it. I don't know why. It looks terrible. There you go.